with you live over here in Southport. We are here with day number 2 of the DreamHack StarCraft 2 Masters Summer 2021 Oceania / Rest of Asia qualifiers. The open qualifiers, anyway. I am, of course, still your host, Yaku of Zaku, and still with me is El Control Deslizente del Campo de Visión que Kilga del Planedor Light _VIP. How are we doing, Light?
What's up, Yaku? We are here. We are back, as you said, with the final of the qualifier 2 of the DreamHack qualifiers.
I think
in general.
I think this is the last of the
This
open
is the last
qualifiers.
one.
I didn't notice that until you pointed that out.
The very final open qualifier, mate. All the other regions are done. Latin America, North America, Europe, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and China. They're all complete. Oceania is just the final one, mate. And it's so last minute that the Taiwan closed qualifiers are in a couple of hours.
They are. We could have another Chinese qualifier number 2 situation on hands, but hopefully not.
Hopefully not. And it's a little bit unfortunate. As we were about to pick our series, players have already gotten into game.
A little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, so originally, exclamation in the chat, if you want to have a look at that bracket, we were going to go for Hero versus Psycho, which goes right into Oreo. They started, and then we were going to go for Pez versus Quantel, and they also started. So,
well, I have to find our third choice coming out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looking at everybody who isn't in game quite yet.
That we are.
These players, man, they are eager. They know that this is the last chance for the qualifiers. They want to just jump right in. They want to get qualified as quickly as they can.
God, that they do. So I guess, why not? It's gonna be. Oh wait, never mind.
What? Pausing for dramatic effect.
No! God damn it! They just got in game!
No!
Oh, God damn it.
I don't think I know who you're referring to either.
Psycho and Hero got out of game, and I messaged them, then they got in game.
No! All right, looking at everybody right now, I think most of the people I see in the in-game channel right now are kind of already seeded into the second round, waiting for the first round matches to finish up. We do have quite a number of them today, and as we predicted last night, we have quite a few more big names signing up today that weren't around yesterday. I'm looking at, of course, Piglet and Crimson.
Yeah,
I think the ones that really stand out to me that weren't here yesterday.
Definitely. As we do finally get into our first series.
Oh! It is going to be a TBZ, or is it?
It looks like it will. Also, I love how we all joined the lobby, and Nuks is like, oh my god, there's so much CranKy here.
We are the crankiest.
We are.
And thankfully, we do already have a series on our hands. Unfortunately, after this series finishes up, we may have to wait a little while for another series. This is map sorting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. We have the Red Zerg player coming down from the land of the Philippines. One of the most prominent up-and-comers, I would say, coming out from the Philippines, representing Genesis Gaming. He is Nuks.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner. No. Is that?
Oh? Is it me?
No, it's
Couldn't handle the pressure.
Not like this.
We're off to a fantastic start.
It's beautiful, mate. It's beautiful.
I love it.
Look, it's
Yeah,
always
unfortunately.
it's always a rocky start, and then we get into swing things, and we just don't stop going, mate. You know.
Yeah, that's usually how I like it. Unfortunately, I think I am hogging most of the bandwidth here.
In Singapore.
Yeah, exactly. So, might have to check that and see if I can spare a little bit for Aries. Not too much.
Yeah. We didn't get to introduce him, but Aries, he does live in Singapore. He's also a CranKy Duckling, and unfortunately, sometimes he can have some internet issues or straight up PC issues. Oh boy.
It might be a PC issue.
Yeah.
Think about it. Did he dust his computer? We told him to. We told him to dust his computer.
We tell him a lot of things. Yo, is he back?
Is he? They might pause if they.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, they ain't gonna pause.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we were just talking about him. He is the Malaysian Terran player. He is blue, representing the CranKy Ducklings, but living in Singapore. It is Aries.
Shaking my head, Aries. Dust your fans.
God damn it, Aries. God damn it. But yes. I mean, shout out to Ranger in the chat. This is, of course, Ranger's boy. Ranger did take him under his wing and has been... they've been practicing together for a while now. Fun fact, Ranger has actually been teaching Aries some Protoss.
He has. I think Aries actually got his Protoss dangerously close to his Terran. I actually don't remember. Is Aries' Terran or is his Zerg better?
I think I think his Protoss surpasses Terran. Not gonna lie.
His Protoss surpasses both of them. Well.
Oh god. But this is, of course, Aries' main race. He is here as his Terran, and he has a bit of an opponent ahead of him. For those who don't know him, Nuks, of course, is one of the best players in all of the Philippines, second only to Ender. And Ender, mate, he was the DreamHack Oceanic champion.
He was the champion. He won so hard that he's just seeded into the main event directly. And Nuks, definitely somebody who takes a lot of inspiration from Ender. He has given him a couple of pointers here and there. Yeah,
I mean, they do compete a lot as well in very similar events. You know, shout out to Psystorm Gaming, as they have been running the PSL, the Psystorm team, no, Psystorm Star League, I think. Yes.
Yeah. No team in there.
Yeah, no team. But yeah, they've been doing a lot for the Filipino scene and the Southeast Asian scene as well. So it's really cool that they have done that. Of course, Nuks has been competing in that, and now we'll see how that will come to fruition here. We'll see how all that practice finally comes into form in DreamHack, in the qualifier.
Well, maybe in DreamHack as well.
It's true.
It's never too early. I think there are definitely some very big favorites in today's bracket, but you know, I wouldn't count out a lot of these other players.
Definitely a lot of big names like Pez, like Quantel, like Psycho as well, Oreo, Starduck, Pig Jr. He's kind of making his return here. It looks like someone told him about the qualifiers, so he's finally shown up.
Do you want to? No, it probably wouldn't be. I was gonna say, do you think Pig was the one who told him that? But
no, probably not.
Now that I think about
it. I don't even think that Pig knows that this qualifier is happening right now as well. Okay, it's probably in the same boat as his brother. Oh god.
The same house? Question mark?
No. This is not a run amok situation.
Yeah.
Oh god. But yeah, we'll see how this turns out. So far, things have been pretty passive. Things have been pretty normal. You know, Nuks is getting up to 3 bases. He's getting all his Queen's house, spreading his creep.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty passive, but I don't think it's going to stay passive for too much longer. I don't know what it is like. How many Zerg players from Oceania / rest of Asia have you casted recently that just keep taking the third bases? Only 2 that I remember, actually. Oreo and Nuks.
Not that many.
Still.
I mean, they just want to be aggressive, mate. They just want to be in their opponent's face, and I don't blame them. Of course, they do also expose themselves to strong pushes, and I mean, when it comes to Aries, his macro can definitely be on point. He can go for those massive rallies across the map, but we'll see if he can get there. At the moment, he did spend a scan to try and see what was going on. He did see the timing on the lair.
Yeah, definitely a safer option there, but it will delay your economy for a little while, as much as possible. I think Terran players want to prioritize that mule.
Definitely. Also,
but still, it's important to know what tech your opponent's going for.
Definitely. And I also find it interesting that in the chat, Exodash is cheering for Ares. For those wondering, Exodash is a Filipino player. He's a Filipino Protoss, and to be fair, he's pretty good. And honestly, mate, you should be in these qualifiers. By the way, I don't know if you're not if you're not here.
He's just waiting for the next next opponent.
Okay, thank God, thank God. I was about to go off on him.
Relax. They're too used to scolding Revenant. Calm down, Light.
True. Yeah. God damn it, Revenant. Okay, I'm just saying, when are we going to see you in a GPO? Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Doesn't quite suit his pay grade. It's like.
I guess. Oh god. As right now, Ares hasn't really committed to anything with these Hellions. They've all still stayed alive. He has to be careful not to go too deep in the creep. The links aren't too far away.
Interesting that Ares is prioritizing the queens here, not really going for any of the mineral lines, like you said, not using the scans to clear any creep, but I guess it kind of makes sense. Queens are just about the most useful utility unit for the Zerg player.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, not. I mean, you say the queens, it's really the creep shed, right, that they provide. There's just so much there, and if that gets stopped, then it doesn't look good for Zerg players. It feels bad, man, Ryu earlier today.
Too soon.
Too soon. I'm still crying, mate. I'm still crying.
El Condor has fallen. Feels bad, man. Meanwhile, speaking of Condors, Nuks taking to the skies. Not quite a 2-base Muta, but this is still a very dedicated. This is still a style that's very dedicated to Muta play.
Yeah, this is the problem with how Ares has been playing, to be honest. Like, he's been very passive, and because of that, like, Nuks has just had the freedom to just drone up heavily, work on his upgrades, work on his tech. You know, he's already got the Spire done, and he just hasn't been molested at all this entire game.
There's something that you kind of need to do to the Zerg player, especially if you're Ares. Good surround so far on top of the Hellions, and that is all of Ares' map control.
Oh god, exactly. Every single Hellion was already taken out. He still has a couple of Banshees, and you know, they will be able to pick off a couple of Banelings here and there, but it looks like that's about it. And the problem is, the Mutas, they are coming out, and Ares, he is semi-prepared. He did throw down some missile turrets.
Yeah, and he's got plenty of Widow Mines with his main army. Not a whole lot of bio. But of course, he was focused a bit more on the factory production. Actually go for some mine drops, which can be a very, very big risk. Nuks is aware of the medevac right now. Should be sending some Mutalisks to deal with those Widow Mines.
He should, but his Mutas are... Yeah, they are across the map. Instead, you know, the Marines were there to meet them, so the Mutas are forced back. That drop is still headed towards the main base. I don't know if Nuks saw it. Like, obviously the Ling saw it, but I'm not too sure if he did as... Okay, I think he may be reacting.
Yeah, he really wants to be aggressive with these Mutalisks. He knows that the Queens can deal with a drop, so might as well use these Mutas to get some reinforcing Marines here and there. Unable to really go into Mineral Line yet.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, here comes the Widow Mines. Oh my god, it looks like some of them may go down. No, all of them borrow.
They do all borrow, and they get some decent damage. 10 drones, as well as that Overseer. Meanwhile, the main army started coming into the 4th base.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is a very, very defensive position for Ares.
Exactly. He does take out the base. He did take out a lot of workers as well. That was less of the Widow Mines and more of these Marines. But I'm a little bit worried for him. I don't know if he wants to go too deep into creep. To be fair, no, okay, yeah, there's plenty of Link Bane here. I don't know, buddy. I don't know if this is the right move.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it's the right move, but he might want to regardless. This is Ares after all. Mutalisks did take care of the tanks on the high ground, and the Lingbane will deal with the bio on the low ground. Very good economic damage Ares has done here, taking out that base at a lot of drones, but he needs to survive the counter push. I say the counter push. Nuks, you going for that? Nuks?
Yeah, the problem is that Ares, unfortunately, he's still producing tanks. I was hoping he would switch into Widow Mines from here, but again, he is not. He's still relying on his Marines for that anti-Muta army, and now the Mutas are going across the map. We'll see how much damage Nuks can do.
A pretty decent amount. Still not going for a full flock of Mutalisks like I think we typically see from Zerg players, where they do this but I like it a lot. He knows that the Ling Bane is what's going to keep him alive against the ground pushes. He knows that he just wants to use Mutas to harass.
Oh boy, and in the end the Mutas were forced away. Honestly, not too much damage was done, but there's a massive Ling Bane run by hitting the third base.
No wall! It's not a wall! Waiting for the SCVs to get right in position before surrounding them immediately. He has so many Banelings, but he doesn't even want to waste them on the orbital command there. He knows killing the SCVs is going to be enough. Nuks now 20 workers ahead.
God, exactly. And the Marines are showing up, but oh god, the split might be split. Oh god.
And it is actually pretty decent. Definitely taking some very big Baneling connections over there, but I think enough bio survives for Ares to live. Not if the Mutas have anything to say about that, though.
Oh god, exactly. The Mutas dive in, and GG gets called.
Nuks could be taking game number 1.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Ares played that out well. I really love that push where he was able to take out that base and deal all that economic damage, but he did overstay his welcome. He needs to get out of there before losing so much.
Yeah, I think that was absolutely the big thing. He killed, what, 20 drones? I'm looking at it now. He had killed 20 drones, killed a hatchery. Would have been way more important to just back away, unsiege, and, you know, get ready for a counter harass.
Oh
like
my God.
you said, just overstayed his welcome a little bit too long.
And I may.
And once the army got taken out,
go on, just go on.
Once the army got taken out, I mean, Ares just gave up his map control essentially from there on. What did you do, Light?
So, I have a bit of a story to tell.
Right.
So I'm just looking at my chat history. As soon as we got into game, Oreo messaged me. As soon as we got in, and obviously we missed the messages. And Oreo was ready in his next series. Apparently,
He ready?
Hero SCV rushed Psycho 2 games in a row.
God damn it.
And I think Hero won both games.
God damn. God.
I think that just happened in like 2 minutes. Literally 2 minutes.
God damn it. We need to ask them for the replays. God damn.
Do we?
I think we do. It's our duty now.
Oh god.
For the fans. But speaking of duties, we are continuing our series on Jagannatha, KBBLE. We're in the bottom left-hand corner map, swatting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We have the red Zerg player coming down from the land of the Philippines. One of the most prominent up-and-comers. I mean, I think, as you said, he is second only to Ender when it comes to the Philippines. Representing Genesis Gaming, he is Nuks.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Malaysian Terran player. He is blue, representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Ares.
And I wish we were refs now, Light, because more than anything, I want to tell Ares, you don't need a better computer. Just clean your current one. God damn it.
I mean, a better computer probably wouldn't help, but, you know, also, cleaning the computer wouldn't help. Well, sorry, it would help. Like,
just clean. Open it up and spray some air.
Spray some air, mate. Just get a can of air and go ham. God damn it, Ares.
Did he ever tell you about the time his house literally caught fire because of his computer?
Was it because of the computer?
It might have been unrelated, but that I would not be surprised if it was because of the computer.
God damn it.
He had another computer that just like blew up.
He did.
Didn't quite catch on fire, but it short-circuited or something.
It did.
It definitely overheated.
Shaking my head, Ares. Fun fact, Ares actually has a computer right next to his heater. Oh god.
Why? The only thing that would be worse... No, actually, I don't know if this would be worse. I was going to be like, the only thing that would be worse if he puts it by the radiator for his aircon.
Exactly. As we are getting into game number 2 here. I can see chat processing what happened. Like, I was told that Hero like SV rushed Psycho 2 games in a row, and I assumed that Psycho won, but then I saw that Oreo and Hero were in game, and Psycho was not in game, and I was like,
what?
Yes, I was like, oh no, not like this, Psycho, not like this.
Maybe it's a bit of a... They could have been in unrelated games, right?
Hero is like he's like the Turkey Dano of the Oceanic scene.
The Turkey Dano of Singapore.
He shows up and takes names, mate. Like,
sometimes he doesn't, but when he does,
it's always sad.
It's
It's a sad time, sad moment.
It's even sadder when we're not able to cast it.
Exactly. I think Psycho won. Okay. Exodash is saying that he thinks it's Psycho won. I hope so.
We'll refresh the bracket when we get out of game here to confirm. But speaking of refreshing, Aries doing something very, very different this time. Going for that 2-on-1, which honestly I think fits his style a lot better than that Banshee Hellion that he did.
I definitely agree. I mean, we saw how passive he was with the Banshee Hellion, right? Like, I feel like he feels a lot more comfortable with his 2-on-1. He knows a little bit more of what to do, how to be aggressive, what he can get away with, and also maybe he's able to catch Nuks a little bit more off guard.
Although we generally know Nuks as somebody who is on guard 24/7.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a little bit difficult.
So we'll see how this game plays out. I mean, Nuks does have an Overlord, and yep, it is headed straight into the main base. It looks like it will be able to scout everything. Unfortunately, the Marines of Ares were not in position to deny the scout, as they are here in the natural. And yeah, there we go. Nuks, he sees both Raxes.
He sees the Raxes, he sees the research. He knows exactly what's coming his way. Starting up that Baneling nest in case he... Well, not so much in case, but if he has the opportunity to make Banelings. For now, he's really going to be prioritizing Ling production.
Yeah, I mean, Ling Bane is what you need. Oh, meanwhile, oh god, it looks like, yes, the Reaper will get picked off, and I mean, the Banelings are going to help so much with the defense against those Marines. Force your opponent to micro, force him to, focus fire and splits, and yeah, it makes you have a little bit of an easier time here. So Nuks, he does know what he wants to go for. I'm curious what he's going to produce after he gets that lair, by the way, because he still doesn't have any Evo chambers, whether he wants to go straight into Spire.
Yeah, I would imagine Nuks being a player who leans more towards Spire play, but I would not be so surprised if he goes for Lurkers this game either.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen him go Lurkers before, and there we go. So he did go for the lair for fast Baneling speed. I love it. He was focusing more on Ling Bane at the moment anyway to survive the early and mid game. So yeah, just nothing but Ling Bane here. We'll see if he sticks with this and maybe even tries to go for those ultras later on, or if eventually he will just, still go for that Spire.
You just really want Zerg players to make ultras, don't you, Light?
I mean, it happened. Reed did it earlier today.
The fourth cast.
Yeah, it just keeps happening.
Please make ultras.
I'll stop saying it when they stop doing it. It just hasn't happened yet. Oh god! All right.
I mean, as you said, Ryu made a couple this morning.
So did Oria last night.
Yeah, last night, but that was in ZvP though.
This is true. All right, but we shall see. Right now, Ares is just slowly poking and prodding out on the edges of the creep. He's able to take out a queen. Nice.
Yeah, nicely done. Needs to hop pick up! And backs away with most of his... Actually, I believe all of his Marines in check.
3 did fall to the Lings, but that was just because it took him a while. Oh, got a couple more Marines are actually going down here.
Yeah, unfortunate. Left with only one medevac of Marines.
And I find this very interesting. Nuks is going for that Hydra Den, so he may be looking to play for or to go for that Lurker style here.
It shouldn't be much of a surprise. What is a surprise is he's actually prioritizing the macro hatch.
Yeah.
Wants as much production as possible. I guess he does want to stick with Ling Bane for a while longer. But eventually he knows what his endgame's going to be.
I mean, it's also very possible that he only intends to produce as many Hydras as he intends to produce Lurkers, right? So he still needs all that lava for the Ling Bane as the bulk of his army. Meanwhile, ooh, massive Ling run right into the natural base.
Yeah, unfortunately, the wall was down. And just about every single one of Ares' SCVs is going to be taken out here.
Oh, God, exactly. The Wind Mines are burrowing, and that...
Oh, just too late.
Yeah,
almost targets Wonderlings.
They do not go off. Meanwhile, Ares, he's finding a lot of damage here in the middle of the map. He's even dropping into the main base at the same time, but Nuks, he has enough to defend.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Oh, really good connections on those Widow Mines. Really unfortunate as a Terran player to not be able to get the early game damage you want, especially when going for a 2-on-1 like that. GG is called. Nuks gonna advance to the next round facing... I don't think he has an opponent yet.
Oof, I don't believe he does.
My phone is still connected to me. Hold on.
Oh, God.
Well played by Nuks.